Welcome to Funkin' Live. This week I got Doug Pinson right here on a video screen. Doug, how you doing, man?
Doing all right, brother. How's it going?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I got to watch you live last night, man. You played a few songs for me, man. On your live.
I've been trying to crack some more originals, but that was nice. One of the main artists I cut my teeth on was George Strait.
Yeah, I should have brushed my hair. It's pretty rough.
You what?
I should have brushed my hair. It's pretty rough, but I might have knocked the rest of it out. You know, I'm getting old, so gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful with that brush.
Man.
Let me ask you, man. I know you've been playing for a while. You obviously started playing way before I ever did. How long have you been playing? When did you start?
Well, I mean, playing, just straight up playing an instrument. I mean, I started when I was like 7. I started playing guitar.
Oh yeah.
15. But as far as doing it in front of people, like performing, I started, at a church probably. We did a Saturday night jamboree of sorts. I probably did that for a year or 2.
Yeah.
Then eventually I started playing the local jamboree, Shepherdsville Country Music Show, Court and Jamboree, a few different places.
Yeah.
And
So it's safe to say you knew pretty quickly that you enjoyed performing and writing music and just being out there doing the thing.
Yeah, ever since I was, as little as I remember, music's been in my blood. And so music has always been important to me in some aspect. And I started wanting to write kind of early, and then started writing seriously, like when we say seriously, but I was writing even as a teenager, even as soon as I got the guitar and I started learning to play guitar, I started writing. And,
Gotcha.
Obviously, it improved over the years, and just continue to hone it as craft. It's something that I appreciate. And last year with COVID, we took a lot of the downtime. And we're actually going to the studio Thursday, but we cranked out so many original last year. And even our weak ones, I think, are decent songs, but we got some really good ones. I'm excited. Actually, like I said, going Thursday and knock out the next batch.
Gotcha. I'm sure you got more than one place to find your music. I know the songs we're going to play tonight are videos you can easily find on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. So the main place to find all my info is on my website, DougPinsonOfficial.com.
That was actually my next question, if you had a website that people could find.
And DougPinsonOfficial.com has the events page, because some people don't like to use social media pages like Facebook.
Yeah.
So the videos are even on there. You can actually listen to the songs on there.
Gotcha.
The lyrics are on there. Events that are coming up, with what day, location. It's all on my website. Everything's on there.
And that's DougPinsonOfficial.com.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get to this first video. We're going to play "Take That Shot." Was there any inspiration for this song? Is there any, or is it just one of the other songs that you're so amazing at writing?
I appreciate it. Thank you, brother. So that one was a co-write between me and Aaron Crane, who I extensively wrote with last year, and I continue to write with this year, and Carl Stuck, who I got to write between, a dozen or less songs last year. I don't remember the exact amount, but we got to write quite a few as well.
Yeah.
And when we do a write, we come together in a meeting. And if I recall correctly, we were all in a songwriters group, which at the time Carl and Aaron are still a part of. I just, I left the group because I wanted to focus more. They had titles they would do, and you had to write this title or this line. Every week you had to submit a song, which would be 2 weeks. Yeah. And I kind of want to branch out, do a little bit more independent. So the title that was drawn was "Take That Shot," if I recall. And so at the time, we were taking the titles and making a title of the song, because you could also just make it as a line in a song.
Yeah.
And, the knee-jerk reaction, "take that shot," around here in Kentucky, people think about taking bourbon.
Yeah.
But the interesting facet here was this was a story about a person who we began to craft this character who may have been a pretty rough individual at one point in his life, but something happened and he changed and became a better individual.
Yeah, I got you.
And I don't think that it's gender specific. That could also be a female character, but in the case
Oh,
I'm singing this song, it's a male. And
100%.
so that this person has caused havoc in their past, and so they understand that some people are not going to understand that they are the new individual, and if they take that shot at them, that's you can take that shot at me, that's kind of what it's about.
Gotcha. All right, well, let's take a look at Doug Pinson's Take That Shot. We'll be right back.
Won't spend my time digging up that old grave. I buried that on me long ago. They call me a drifter, a rounder, a scoundrel and a thief. Those names are etched upon that stone. I wore those names of shame like badges of pride, till they finally pierce the heart of the man inside. Sling your arrows, cast your stones. You can take that shot. You can take that shot. Set your sights and pull the trigger, but you're aiming at a ghost. You can take that shot, but you're aiming for the man I used to be. You say you know me, and no dogs never change. I'd feel the same if I were in your shoes. I gave you heartache, sorrow, misery and grief. I took your trust and left you feeling used. I bore the weight of shame till it crushed my wretched soul and released me from the man you used to know. Sling your arrows, cast your stones. You can take that shot. You can take that shot. Set your sights and pull the trigger, but you're aiming at a ghost. You can take that shot, but you're aiming for the man I used to be. So though these feet are still the one you recognize, the man behind the eyes is not the same. Sling your arrows, cast your stones. You can take that shot. Sling your arrows, cast your stones. You can take that shot. You can take that shot. Set your sights and pull the trigger, but you're aiming at a ghost. You can take that shot. You can take that shot.
Welcome back to Funkin' Live, where I still got Doug Pinson right here, looking beautiful on the other side of the screen.
Yeah, all freshed up.
All freshed up, looking good. Yeah, man, take that shot. That's a hell of a song, man. I really do like that. We got a few more to play, so we're going to keep going right into it. My next question for you is one that some people like to answer. Some don't. You can do it however you want to. Are you married? Do you have any kids?
Yes, yeah. So we're happily married. Me and Tracy actually got married recently. We got married January 12th this year. We went down to Gatlinburg. Just had a little private ceremony. It was really nice.
Awesome.
And I do have one kiddo, Noah. You know, and of course it's a merged family, so there are some older children,
Gotcha.
which aren't children anymore. They're adults.
Yeah.
You know, on Tracy's end, but nonetheless, yes.
Well, they're still our kids, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's all, you know, when you marry, you know, families come together.
Yeah, for sure.
And some grandkiddos too.
So let's go into you. I know I've been following you for a while, and I know you play a lot of shows. So is there anything that's happened to you playing a show that was funny, maybe that stands out, maybe a story or something that you know maybe you'd like to share, or maybe it was a bad experience, you know, something like that?
Well, you know, and I know, I'm sure anybody that knows about me pretty well knows that I've had, you know, my ups and downs with alcohol in the past, you know, and I had used that. Me and Tracy actually talked about that. I haven't drank in about a year.
Yeah, well, that's good, man. That's really
I
good.
use that, as a lot of people do, kind of like medicine for your demons, you battle, you know, your anxieties. And so at the same time that it created good, you know, you felt good, you know, you feel like the world's in the palm of your hands, and they cause a lot of pain also.
Yeah, then you wake up the next morning and realize everything's exactly the same as it was.
Yeah, you wake up, you're feeling terrible. And so that roller coaster, like I said, that's not been a part of my life for a year.
That's awesome, man.
Exact date, I don't keep the date, man. And then not only did I put the bottle down, but I also began to learn new coping methods to deal with, you know, who you are as a person, you know. And I'd say this last year was really neat. Like I said, hooking up with Aaron Crane, who I've wrote with extensively. He's going to be on both of the next couple songs that we're going to be talking about. Me and my wife wrote together. It's been a kind of an endearing year. It's been different. And one of the biggest things I think has been the transition that I'm making that a lot of musicians want to make, and that's becoming an original artist.
Yeah.
And I try to encourage people that are willing to take that leap.
Well, I'm trying. I'm just not very good at it, but I'm working at it. You know?
Well, you're welcome to co-write with us, brother, if you want. You know.
Well, I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm actually getting ready to shoot my first video that I've ever done, and I released this song. Hell, I wrote the song that I'm releasing. I don't know, probably 3 or 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And just been sitting on it. Finally had it recorded by, I don't know if he wants me to use his name, Max Klinger. That guy right there, he knows what he's doing. He's good at it, and he's very affordable and easy to work with. I had to give him a shout out real quick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know you've seen the 2 videos I did with Sad, Drunk, and Lonely and Designated Drinker. I did both of those with an individual that did fantastic work. I mean,
yes.
It's more like you're filming an actual kind of movie or an official video. So when me and Aaron have been releasing stuff, he does the videos for our stuff. And it's more of a lyric style of video with pictures and a little bit of video in there, you know, but it obviously is more budget sensitive and it's a lot cheaper that way. For one, we're doing it in-house. So that does help save on the pocketbook, and we can invest that money elsewhere. But I don't think that necessarily detracts from the quality of what we're producing, you know.
Gotcha. It's funny you mentioned Carl Stuck earlier. I know a guy named Kenny, and he knows I kind of, you know, what I'm doing. So he's kept sending me these videos of this guy, Carl Stuck.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I didn't know who he was. I kept watching. I was like, man, this guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I was watching one of your videos, and I seen him in the video, and I'd recognized him from seeing him in a video. So I decided, all right, I got to reach out to him. So hopefully I'll land an interview with that guy soon too, because he's doing his thing, and you know, not to take anything away from what we're talking about here, but
No.
I thought that was amazing that I see, you know, the other guy I was planning on working on while I was working with you. I don't know, it was just, to me it was kind of ironic and, you know, unique.
Yeah, well, we did the Take That Shot. Like I said, that was a collaboration between me, Aaron Crane, and Carl Stuck. And so at the end of it, we're all filming at actually Aaron's studio. You know, filming all three of us singing along to the song that we wrote. And it was a real neat experience. You know, Carl got to lay, he laid the lead guitar work for there in the studio, and I think I laid like the rhythm, and I don't even think I put any bass on that one. I've been recently on some of the more newer releases. I've been doing like lead guitar, bass, rhythm, trying to do a little bit more versatile approach, you know. But he laid some really nice lead on there, and we've actually got a show coming up in April. The first, I want to say it's first Saturday of April. We're going to be at Street Grub.
Gotcha.
And the show is going to be called The Craft, and it's not a band name as much as it's going to be a show about the craft of songwriting and performing original songs and promoting. I think we need more of that in this town, because there's so many shows. They're great shows, but you go and people are performing, you know, well-established pop hits, rock hits,
Yeah.
country hits, and that's cool. Like the other day, I did George Strait for you, and that's wonderful stuff. But it's good also to promote artists being able to do their own thing too.
Yes, for sure. I always enjoy hearing your music, and in fact, I don't know what it is about when you go live, but you could be live for an hour, and then I'll tune in, and it's just like the song I needed to hear at that moment. You know what I mean? It's done that a couple different times. I think I've said something to you about that before. But let's get into this next song, "Bourbon for the Hurtin'." I watched this video, and I was really digging it. I kind of liked the video and everything that was going on. Is there anything about this song that you'd like to share with everybody?
Yeah, so like I said, when we did the Zoom meeting, well, first, that was a write between me and Crane and the lady named Ursula Rattle.
Okay.
So Ursula contacted me. She came to one of the shows, her and her husband, and she wanted to work with me on helping her get some of her songs done. And "Bourbon for the Hurtin' was one of those. So
Gotcha.
It was basically wrote, but it was, you know, a little bit looser format. So me and Aaron, we decided we'd help her work with that. And so we all agreed, you know, we'd all become equal co-writers of the song. So we went in and doing some fine tuning with some of the lines, really getting the melody tightened up.
Gotcha.
And then we took it into the studio, and it's a story about a person, you know, pretty simple feller, and he had a breakup with a woman that left for, you know, we kind of laugh about it. You know, he probably was a little oblivious to whatever's going on. And so she left, and he thinks the solution is, well, I guess I'm going to go get drunk tonight, you know.
Yeah.
And he walks down to the bar, and he's like, I'm going to need a little bourbon for the hurting. It's a really nice, I like the title. It's got a good ring to it, you know.
Yeah. I was really digging it, and hopefully everybody else will too. We're going to go ahead and check out Doug Pinson's "Bourbon for the Hurtin'." Check this out, guys. We'll be right back.
The only thing she left behind was the pile of dirty clothes. It seems she's washed her hands of me. Got what's coming, I suppose. For the last few weeks, I should have seen the writing on the wall. After all the messages I've left, she won't return my call. Thought I had the right woman. Things were great from the very start. It was plain to see that girl had stolen my heart. Now my future plans have all gone up in smoke, and a shot of that wild turkey is my one and only hope. Gonna need some bourbon for the hurting, I'm pouring that for certain. The medicine's working, this numbness just feels perfect tonight. The only thing I need is some bourbon for the hurting. We were gonna be together for the rest of time. Today she turned her back on me and left it all behind. There's nothing left but lonely, is how it appears. I'm hoping that this bourbon will wash away my tears. Gonna need some bourbon for the hurting, keep 'em pouring, that's for certain. The medicine's working, this numbness just feels perfect tonight. The only thing I need is some bourbon for the hurting. I could choose to drown in this pain. Maybe soon I'll make a change, but tonight gonna need some bourbon for the hurting, keep 'em pouring, that's for certain. The medicine's working, this numbness just feels perfect tonight. The only thing I need is some bourbon for the hurting, some bourbon for the hurting, bourbon for the hurting.
That was Bourbon for the Hurtin'. You guys like that? Remember to subscribe and smash the bell below. We'll have all this information in the description so you can find these songs, and you can find Doug Pinson, obviously, especially if you like what he's doing. And I'm sure if you like country music that you will. So, Doug, you got any new material coming out?
Yes, and also getting into that we're talking about the shows just real quick. I've also been working extensively with Larry Denham, which you got to hear last night.
Gotcha.
On the guitar, and I'm bringing him. I can't bring him to 100% of my shows because he also has his own project.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic steel guitarist. So I just wanted to throw that out there. If you like hearing the country sound with steel guitar, we will be posting it. But yes, Thursday I go into the studio with Larry, and we're going to be recording a batch of original songs. I don't know how many we'll complete, but with the 3 songs that we're showing on this, the full, to take that shot, Bourbon for the Hurtin', the one we're going to show here in a minute.
Yeah.
I'll probably put about 7 stripped down songs that you normally do on my CDs, 3 full releases, and then 7, that'll be just me on the guitar, with the steel guitar, to prepare for our next CD release.
All right. Well, we've already actually showed Bourbon for the Hurtin'. We're going to show your promo.
Yes, the promo. So that one comes out March 19th.
March 19th.
We was originally hoping to get it out as a Valentine's Day song, but with it is what it is.
Yeah. So I have to ask you this question. This is for my personal. I want to know who your inspiration was, who your favorite artist or artists are, things that really, people that really kind of molded you into the musician. I know you're your own guy, but most of us have people that have inspired us, if you will, to kind of go the direction we go in musically.
Yes. So I would say actually in a lot of ways because I do country, but I listen to some very heavy, very, very heavy music. And I don't necessarily get into the super heavy stuff because it doesn't influence me as much in what I write as it gives me the ability to recognize that it's okay to go outside of the box at times.
Yeah.
So if I listen to stuff like, well, I mean, Cannibal Corpse, Cattle Decapitation, Living Annihilator, some of those really heavy bands, where they're not necessarily trying to get a pop mold, and even softer, and when I say soft lightly, but even softer metal bands like Pantera, Metallica, so that would contribute more to the edge I try to put on my voice. I don't try to sound pretty.
Yeah.
I'd rather be.
You want that. You want that raspy.
I'm definitely a fan of it. I mean, like even earlier when I took a nap, I put on Infinite Annihilator. Most people like, hey, would you listen to that while you're sleeping? But it calms me down.
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm one of these people, man. I'll be listening to, some old country tune one minute. The next minute, I could be listening to Eminem, who's apparently getting banned, by the way.
Yeah. We'll see
Jelly Roll, to Pantera, to Slipknot. I mean, I can just listen to pretty much anything. Now, where it does get to me is like, I can only listen to it for so long. Like if I listen to old country, I can do it for maybe a couple hours. Then I got to switch to rock. Then it's like, oh, okay, I'm done with rock. I got to switch to rap. It's just. But my favorite all time is funk. Funk music and blues. Anything that's got that. And it's really got that back beat that kind of gets you moving. That's kind of my favorite jam. So we're going to go ahead and play your promo. What is the name of this song again?
You Feel Like Home to Me.
You Feel Like Home to Me.
This was a song that was written, like I said, by me and my wife. And Aaron Crane helped us out on this one. It's just a love song, me and my wife. But,
awesome. Well, here we go. We're going to check it out. You Feel Like Home to Me, Doug Pinson.
Are you ready to take this ride? Hand in hand, side by side, walking through this crazy thing we call life. You're my best friend, you're the piece of my heart, you're the one that gives me enough that will tear us apart. Didn't feel like I belonged till you came along. You feel like on me. You feel like on me. Yeah. You feel like on me.
We're back again with Doug Pinson right here. That was You Feel Like Home to Me promo. That song is coming out March 19th, correct?
Yes.
All right. And you've got a website, DougPinsonOfficial.com.
Yes.
That people come check that out and find out when your show dates are and hear all your music. Is there anything else you would like to leave my viewers with?
If you are on Spotify, add the songs to the playlist. We're also on Apple Music. We do have some CDs for sale if people still listen to CD format. And just in general, come out and check out the shows, man, because especially if you're a supporter of original music.
Yes.
And I don't say that just for my music, but there are other artists and encourage artists around here. Because every song you hear on the radio is an original by somebody, and then artists are covering them. That encourage people on the scene to pursue their own craft. Even if it's just one song, write a song, co-write a song, collaborate, put out some of their favorites.
Gotcha. So this is the hardest question right here.
Okay.
All right. And if you don't get it right, then people are just going to laugh.
Okay.
At me, not at you. What is the best place on YouTube to find your loud, local, live music?
Funky Fresh, is that what we call it the same?
Funky Fresh? Well, I mean, that's probably better than the name I'm calling it.
I thought you said Funky Fresh earlier. I don't know what the channel name is. I know
it's called Funkin' Live.
Funkin' Live.
Funkin' Live. I have a Facebook page called Funkin' Mondays, which Most of these videos will end up there. Sometimes I do broadcast live through my Funkin' Mondays page, which is kind of confusing, but for whatever reason, Facebook won't let me change the name to said page to Funkin' Live. So I started out Funkin' Mondays, and it just kind of turned into this.
Yeah. Well, I think it's good too. And I mean, forgive me for not nailing it.
No,
Exactly,
it's okay. It's
the
okay.
more people hear it, then it'll stick in their heads.
Yeah, for sure. And, well, it's also on the screen for them as well. They're looking at it right there.
Mhm.
So, yeah, man. I have to say I can't thank you enough for taking the time to be on the show and share part of your personal life and your personal journey with my viewers. I appreciate it. I'm sure they appreciate it. Again, man, I really enjoy what you do. I can't stress enough to my viewers to get out and see these live shows. I know I want you watching my channel, but for artists, it's so much more gratifying to see you in front of them having a good time, enjoying the music that they create. Doug, I want to say God bless you, man, and good luck on your journey. Is anything else you'd like to say before we go ahead and end this?
Just take a listen to the music. Like I said, it's on Spotify, Apple Music. We post it on the Facebook. We post it on YouTube. Take a listen to the original songs, and I hope you enjoy them. And hope to see you at the show here soon.
Sweet. All right. Well, that's Doug Pinson, guys. Remember to get out and check out his music. Go to Spotify, check him out. And don't forget to subscribe and smash the bell right here so you can see future shows with local live loud talent just like this man right here. All right, guys. Stay funky.